Hey everyone, we're back again. It's Bree and Ash with Toth and Dunsmore Realty Group from Keller Williams. We have a great, fun, exciting, factual video for you today.
Yes, super fun. We are here with one of our preferred lender partners, RJ Balver with Platinum Home Mortgage. And we're going to talk about the difference between closing costs and down payment. A lot of buyers as well as sellers think that they need to have an exorbitant amount of money to put down before they can purchase another home. We're going to blow that myth up. We're going to talk about closing costs and down payment and what to expect.
Yep, RJ, could you go into detail a little bit with us about closing costs, down payment, and what the difference is?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So your down payment is really the money that goes towards the principal of your loan. So that's the actual loan amount, right? So your down payment directly will cut that principal down. So sometimes you might need to put more down or less down depending on how it works out for your finances every month. Closing costs are the costs associated with the purchase of a home. So what those look like are costs associated with getting the loan itself, escrow costs, and title costs. So what is escrow? Escrow is a third party who helps you handle the transaction between a buyer and a seller and make sure that everything is above board and the handling of money is fair, right, for everyone. Title is a company who will search out the property's history, make sure that it's free and clear, no one's going to come, after you, and that you own the land outright. And then, of course, there's costs associated with recording your ownership, your home ownership at the county level.
What about lender fees? Are those included in your closing costs?
Right, yeah, so a part of the closing costs are those lender fees, when we charge for appraisal, things like that. An appraisal is, making sure the home's valued at what you're purchasing it for or better. So. Yeah.
And what about, is this something that you initially tell the buyer right off the bat when you are pre-approving them, what they can expect to pay? Because a lot of people think, oh, I just have my down payment to pay, and then they go to sign final docs and they're not realizing this. So
right, yeah, and as a good lender, it's good to discuss these things up front, right? We need to set a goal so that all together as a team we can work and meet that goal. So it's not just sitting out there kind of floating around. We're going to go ahead and see how much these closing costs are going to be for you, how much your down payment is, so that way you have a better idea of what you need saved, or maybe gifts from family or friends.
No one likes surprises at the end.
Right, yeah.
That's for sure.
So what about a down payment? What's the difference between the closing costs that we're paying for and then your down payment?
Right, so your down payment is going to straight to your loan. It's going to reduce your loan amount. So the more you put down, the smaller your loan amount's going to be. Closing costs are like one-time fees, right? So you pay for them once through the transaction, you don't have to pay them anymore.
And you pay those directly to escrow?
Right, you would pay them directly to escrow, and escrow handles the handling of that money and transfers it between buyer and seller.
Cool, perfect. Another closing cost that is outside of the lender, title, and escrow fees that a lot of buyers need to be aware of is their home inspection. That is something that we highly recommend that you have done. And when we enter into a contract, we make sure that you're aware of that fee well beforehand.
Right. There's another fee too. Your earnest money deposit, right?
Yes.
We what is that? What does that mean? In the industry we say EMD. As a client, it's good for us to remember that you don't do this every day. So earnest money deposit. And what does that mean? It's just the money up front when you put in an offer on a house. Maybe your offer gets accepted. You put a little bit of money down up front, going, "Hey, I'm serious." It tells the seller who is not wanting to mess around with the sale of their home, for you falling out. It just puts your skin in the game, right? Now, a lot of misinformation is that EMD goes to the seller themselves right away or something, and they're going to pocket it. Well, that's not true. That EMD is actually there. It will go towards the down payment for your house. So say if your down payment is $14,000, your EMD might be $2,000, whatever it is, that goes towards your down payment. However, after a certain point in the escrow period, if you have your one foot in, 1 foot out, and you wait too long, you could forfeit that EMD. If the seller has delivered everything they're supposed to do and you decide to pull out late in the game, then that's going to definitely be something that you lose.
But that's always something that we will keep you up to date on. Timeline, deadline, what's expected of you, what needs to get done. That's why it's really critical for you to have great agent and lender partners, so that way we're working and communicating constantly throughout the transaction.
Yep, we're working cohesively towards that one goal, which is to get you into your home.
Yeah, a lot of times it can really be kind of a scary situation, right? I mean, you always look at buying a home is one of the biggest purchases that a person can make in their life, right? So when we're going through this whole transaction together, it's our job to assure you and work as a team so that everything is not stressful for you, that you have clear expectations of what's going to happen and those timelines. So it's good to have a good team. Who you work with matters for sure.
Yep.
So tell us, was your mind blown? Leave us a comment or send us a message if you've got any questions. We'd be happy to answer them. Again, this is one of our preferred lender partners, RJ Balver with Platinum Home Mortgage, and we will leave his contact information for you. Thanks, guys.